Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about what's been going on with the markets. So as you know, Bitcoin did a new all-time high about 22 days ago. It was at $126,000, and at the time of this recording, it's at about $111,000. So people that are panicking, that are saying that this is immense price volatility, I don't think you've seen price volatility. I think we have seen price volatility. We've seen BTC being at 12K at one point and then going down to $2,000 for a few hours when there was the COVID crash. So we're not even we haven't even seen that type of retracement nearly as much as that so far. Okay, so I don't know why people are panicking. I think the biggest problem with most people is since the last crypto market crash, people are suffering with a lot of PTSD. They're suffering with PTSD from the last cycle, and they just keep on being in a mode where they just want to chase the next green candle, and that's exactly what these institutions want from you. The institutions, they want to manipulate you. They want you to be impatient. They want you to sell earlier. They want you to be on leverage. Okay, now if we look at the M2 money supply, the M2 money supply is at an all-time high. It's doing very well. I mean, almost at an all-time high, or very bullish rather, I would say. Okay, all right, so when you see the M2 money supply at such high levels, that's a very, very good indication that we are nowhere near a top for Bitcoin either. Okay, if you look at the how much of the Bitcoin has been bought or oversold, we're not even near the top of that either. We're way far away from it. And honestly, the way I see it, people can have their own disagreements as long as the Trump administration is in power. I think they would do everything they can to milk this market. Okay, and we're going to have a very long and extended bull run. People can have their own opinion on it. I could care less because I have my own views on things. Um, I was right about the markets being a great time to enter in May 2022. Nobody listened to me at that time. Everybody was like, "Oh no, we're in a bear market, and we got to wait for the new SEC chair and this and that." Yeah, well, the new SEC. Well, yeah, when Gary Gensler announced the ETFs, what happened? So before that announcement, you should have seen the altcoin market. There was a real bull run going on back then, but nobody was listening to me. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to have a real bull run. I think we're still in a bull run, all right, but we're going to be in a very extended bull run. You got to think beyond 2025. It's very, very important for you to realize. Why do you have to think beyond 2025? Because when you think beyond 2025, you're going to get away from the anxiety of what will happen. Sorry, yeah, you get over the anxiety of what will happen during this year, because people are just thinking this year, oh, Bitcoin is gonna have its top and this and that, and all that. So let's just get that out of the way. So we're not nearly even. Let's just go by past cycles. Let's say, all right. I think the narrative has changed, but let's even if we look at from the perspective of past cycles, we're not nearly the top. Now people are saying all coins are outperforming. Dude, have you been living under a rock? Look at Look, everything has a narrative. If you're holding something that you really believe in, hold it. Okay. If you can't buy more, don't buy more. If you truly believe in it, if you truly think that the team is building, you got to keep things up to date. There's a way. There's a process for why you're invested in something. You have to realize that. You have to understand that, right? So if you look at it from that perspective, all right, and you realize that um, what I'm holding is, these guys are building a real company. There's not going to be a lot of cryptos. There's going to be a lot of cryptos, but they're not going to be focusing towards long term. Okay, the ones who have been focusing towards the long term are the actual winners, right? And we have a lot of that in our private Discord. The ones that I believe that are winners. Of course, there are some short term, mid-term ones as well, but overall, we're trying to find projects that are literally building for the long term, that are actually building this industry. Now, most people, like a lot of big gurus and stuff, they care about is Bitcoin. They think that is it, and that's not a healthy way of thinking. That means that there is no crypto industry. Okay, and that doesn't make sense, right? Because there is a crypto industry. All right. So it's funny to me when people so confidently say, "Oh yeah, altcoins are never going to go up." You know, look at Binance Smart Chain right now. I'm going to make a comparison analysis with some projects that I believe in versus the ones on on BSC that are running right now, that are running hard. Okay, and let me tell you something. The two narratives that really matter are real world assets and artificial intelligence, AI. They are intertwined with Web3 and blockchain. So projects that are building within that, and are actually building within that, oh boy, it's going to be a gold rush. Okay, and people right now, they think, because BTC dominance is so high, it's going to matter. Look, within time, you'll see. And and I genuinely believe it's because I want you guys to win. I want everyone to win. I genuinely believe that anybody who is right now discouraging you to get to buy your favorite projects is discouraging you not to dollar cost average. Is just saying that Bitcoin is the be all end all. There will be a time you would be, wishing that you never listen to those people, because those people, they have made their millions and billions right now. They don't give a damn. So they're paid by these big institutions to create a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the markets. Okay. And why we're not seeing a lot of movement is because, for a real altcoin season to happen, you need a hodler's mentality. And that, hodler was a term that was used back in the Bitcoin days, when you were holding the coin, and somebody just wrote hodl, HODL, instead of hold. So, yeah, the hodler mentality, as they say, hodler. So you have to realize that what these guys are, trying to sell you is a lot of crap. Okay, they're not being honest with you. They're being very dishonest with you, very, very dishonest. And uh, you know, the reality is, no one, not even me, no one knows the truth about what's going to happen. Everybody's just giving their guesses. But the difference between you and me is, me and those guys is that I actually believe that there's a crypto industry. They're confidently telling you that there is no crypto industry. It's only Bitcoin, and that's where the bias and the lack of envisioning comes. Okay, some people say, "Oh yeah, the money has moved on." Where? When you ask them where, oh yeah, it's moved on to AI agents and AI. Yeah, that's linked to Web3. That's linked to blockchain. What the hell are you on about? You see, that's my point. So these guys are a bunch of paid shills. They have nothing better to do. They like, and what I love about these guys is whenever the markets go down, whenever there's a massive liquidity sweep, like we talked about, the 1 trillion wiped out from, the leverage traders, that's when these guys come in and they try to create more panic. I've never seen them coming in when the markets are green, when all coins are green. Right now, you look at a bunch of these BSC coins that are running right now, they're going to insane levels. Some did more than 100x. Yeah. So, um, so if right now is Binance Smart Chain season, there will be an Ethereum season as well, because most things that are being built are either on Ethereum and on Base, I would say, and of course BSC is definitely there because now CZ is also out. I think there's a lot of positivity. The narrative is shifted, so it's a good time to look into Binance Smart Chain coins as well, into projects and things. Solana is well known for degen plays and all sorts of memes and all that. So, but yeah, the real builders are still, majority of the builders are still on Ethereum. So Ethereum hasn't had that run that it's supposed to. The on-chain season hasn't come for Ethereum yet. So yeah, it's a great time to accumulate projects there, because just imagine when CZ was in jail and you were accumulating the right coins on Binance Smart Chain, how much money would that have made you? And had you listened to these buffoons that keep saying that there's no all coins are never going to go up, this and that, just imagine if you listen to them. There's a coin that I saw that was like, I think, I don't know, it was like 40, 50 cents, 30 cents or less, or 20 cents or 10, I don't remember exactly, and it went to $44. Just imagine. Just imagine missing out on those type of gains. So yeah, the time will come. You will succeed. You just got to be patient, guys. Okay, and right now, every other indicator, the empty money supply, Bitcoin, if it's overbought or not, none of that is on crazy levels. So we still have a lot of time, and think beyond 2025. Start thinking in 2026, and I guarantee you, good results will come. And if you want some of the best alpha, done for you analysis, everything, then join Crypto Ronins now. It is imperative. We have the best information. We have the right coins that we research, and we give a lot of things on there. So join our premium Discord. Take care. Bye.